We've got a major update on a WWE contract dispute that has scrapped plans for the return of Alexa Bliss. There looks to be some tension in WWE between Bliss and the company. We're going to talk about the PW Insider report that chronicled exactly what's going on in this situation. We're also going to talk about a former WWE Women's almost Hall of Fame level talent, you're damn right I said it, who may be making her return to WWE very soon. All that and much more coming up right here in this video. So be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. All right. So let's begin with Alexa Bliss. So as I discussed earlier this week, there were originally plans for Alexa Bliss to make her WWE return after being on maternity leave for a prolonged period of time. Yet, originally, we heard this report and the inclination was, well, maybe this is creative plans changing. Maybe this is some reshuffling. Who knows what could be going on? Well, now we know, and we have a bit more insight into the matter. This according to the good folks over at PW Insider, a report that says the following, quote, "There is a contractual issue between Alexa Bliss and WWE. She is not factored into any forthcoming plans. Bliss has been seeking a new contract, while WWE expects Bliss to return under the terms of her older existing deal. The belief within the company was that Bliss would secretly come to the Raw on Netflix taping in San Jose, California, and at that point, return regularly as a member of the Raw brand. At some point, and this is important, at some point just ahead of San Jose Raw, representatives for Bliss, contacted WWE and informed the company they wished to open discussions for a new contract ahead of Bliss's return. Bliss was seeking a brand new deal and obviously more money and perks, but WWE wanted her return under the existing deal, which had been extended due to her time away from the company. When Bliss's side dug in about wanting a new deal, WWE instead played hardball back, pulling plans for her return in San Jose, and froze all of the Bliss creative plans in carbonate. Very hyperbolic wording here by PW Insider. The two sides have remained at odds since that time. By God. It is a hell of a week when you have two reported WWE crash outs, disruptions, disagreements, whatever we want to call them. All right, let's be serious and talk about this, what this means, why this is news, if this is news, whatever. So obviously, it seems like there is a contractual disagreement, to say the least, between Alexa Bliss and the WWE. And look, at the end of the day, we can talk about whether or not Alexa Bliss, signed a contract, or whether or not WWE has the right to extend the deal. Like, that's something that's been discussed to varying degrees across wrestling. It's been discussed with the Rey Fenix contract situation. It's been discussed with the Ricky Starks contract situation and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, right, you need to look at this from the talent's perspective. Right now, before her return, Alexa Bliss is more valuable to WWE than she's ever been, especially at a time where WWE is looking for a constant shot in the arm to keep their show interesting, to keep the momentum of Raw on Netflix, to keep building on that momentum. These returns of the stars like Alexa Bliss, like Charlotte, like many others, they're going to play a very critical role over the next couple of months. So if you're Alexa Bliss and you're seeing this and you understand this, you're saying to yourself, well, maybe I do deserve a new deal. And you're also seeing situations where you know that Mercedes Moné last year signed a big money deal to become one of the highest paid female talent in all of wrestling. Becky Lynch recently re-signed with WWE reportedly to become one of the highest paid women's wrestlers of all time. You're seeing all these contracts pile up. You're seeing the market for women's wrestling go even higher than it's ever been. And you're looking at the situation, again, at the most valuable you've been. And that's what she is. She is, because people at this point expect Alexa to be back. A lot of fans want her to be back. We know that she has a very hardcore fan base. And that's kind of what I think is going to end up helping her. I think in the end, she will end up coming to a deal with WWE. It would be stupid not to at least ask. And if the response by WWE was indeed to scrap all creative plans, be like, okay, we don't need you, it stinks a little bit of the Vince McMahon era. And that is not a complete indictment on Triple H and this management of TKO inherently, but it is Vince McMahon-esque. We know that Vince had done that. If he feels, stifled, if he feels slighted, whatever, he's going to be like, all right, you know what? Maybe you're not on TV. How you doing? That's what it was. And that seems to be the situation here. And we don't know, obviously, what was said. We don't know what was the ask. But if you're Alexa Bliss, if you're her representation, you're obviously going to ask for as much money as possible, for as much resources and perks as possible. Maybe there's a deal where you get a bus. There's a lot of wrestlers these days getting buses. Why not? WWE's making more money than they've ever made before. Maybe they can afford it. Like, it's crazy to me when people talk about, they don't deserve this. Wrestlers don't deserve X, Y, and Z. Man, bro, the amount of money that these companies are making, the wrestlers aren't getting paid anywhere close. In AEW, WWE, wherever they are, they're not getting paid anywhere close to where they should be getting paid. Because if they're getting paid their real value, telling you the margins for Nick Khan and Triple H would not be that good. Because that's what it's about. It's about paying the executives. That's what all of these corporations are built to be. It's to pay the people at the top. That's what it is. It's what it's always been. That's the system. It's a society we live in. It is what it is. Now, the question is going to be what happens next. The Royal Rumble is around the corner. I think that I could see a world where both sides come together, whether it's a new contract, whether it's, potentially, all right, well, maybe we'll restructure the current deal, whatever it may be. I could see them coming together for the Royal Rumble because I think WWE still wants that big moment. And they would be stupid not to. You are in the most profitable era that your company has ever seen. You are at arguably the hottest your company has ever been from a financial standpoint. We can talk about the creative and the storylines later, but you're making a lot of money. You need moments to continue this momentum. I think Alexa Bliss returning, that'll be a hell of a time. It would be a hell of a moment, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, another return, speaking of which, that we do got to talk about is that of former WWE Divas champion, yes, Divas champion, Nikki Bella. Let's talk about it. According to a new report from WrestleVotes, it looks like Nikki Bella could be stepping back into a WWE ring. WrestleVotes reported the following. We're told significant discussions have taken place regarding a Nikki Bella return to action with strong expectation from multiple WWE sources that it will happen sooner rather than later. Nikki Bella, of course, former WWE Divas champion, the second to last WWE Divas champion in history, losing, of course, to Charlotte. And then at Mania 32, Charlotte ended up unifying the Divas Championship with the newly minted Women's Championship, and that ended up turning into the Women's Championship. So she kind of left WWE at a point in time where the Divas era had ended and they had entered into the Women's Evolution, or the Women's Revolution, I should say. And You know, Nikki Bella has this like very weird place in professional wrestling history of being like in the middle of like the, you know, the Divas Ruthless Aggression era, where you had some stars like Trish and Lita prop up. And then it was like a weird era where, okay, for every Beth Phoenix and you know, Michelle McCool and Nikki Bella, you know, you had Eva Marie. And again, no hate on Eva Marie. I love the 2016 gimmick. Shout out to her. She's a queen for that. But Nikki Bella, again, I think in that way is a polarizing figure. I will say this. As much as like her return to the ring, and I'll be honest with you, it may not be for me personally, because I never truly like enjoyed her character work or her promos. And again, preference thing. I'm definitely more of like an in-ring kind of fan than most people. I will say this, from a personal standpoint, given everything that she's gone through over the past year, given everything that has happened in her life and you know, the trials and tribulations personally she's dealt with, I'm happy to see her being able to hopefully have one last run in WWE. For her, I'm happy. I hope that it's everything she wants it to be. But I do like also kind of like worry, like, okay, how much is this going to take away from others who could be on TV? Because right now, WWE, let's be honest, has a bit of an issue highlighting all of their talent on TV as it is. How much is a Nikki Bella returning going to impact that? The big question. And it's a question that Triple H needs to answer. It's a question that the booking committee and everyone else, they are in charge of dealing with. And at the end of the day, if they don't manage the time right, it's going to be on them. So we'll see. But shout out to Nikki Bella. Happy to see her coming back. Happy to see, hopefully, Alexa Bliss coming back soon. Maybe, well, maybe not with this contractual business going on. Guys, let me know in the comment section, know what you think about this. Is Alexa Bliss holding out? Is she done with WWE? Is she headed to AEW? Ooh, scandal, ska. Let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know some dream opponents you want to see Nikki Bella face in what could be her final run in WWE. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, ting, so you get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you made it this far in the video, I highly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Until next time, I'm Omer Q for Real Take Wrestling. Be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real.